1,400 miles from Jerusalem, the imperial capital, Rome. The largest city on earth. Population 1 million. It's 2.5 times more densely populated than modern Manhattan. But 18 years after the crucifixion, a series of droughts creates a food shortage. Rome needs 200,000 tons of grain each year, or its people will starve. One in 5 are already on welfare.
The mayor of New York City, the mayor of Washington, D.C., faces many of the same problems that the Roman emperors did in managing the most important city of the ancient world.
Rome's ruler, Emperor Claudius. Disabled, insecure, and the most powerful man in the Western world.
All emperors had to please the populace and bring home the bacon, so to speak. But Claudius had to try harder than other rulers to legitimize his rule.
As emperor, Claudius is regarded as a god. But he still needs the support of his people to stay in power. He orders handouts for the poor. But there's not enough bread to go around.
Riots were a part of life in Rome. It was a way that the people had of getting messages across to their ruler, and the ruler ignored that at their peril.
The previous emperor, Caligula, was assassinated. Claudius could be next. The best way for an emperor to win over the public? Build. Eight miles from the city, one of the largest engineering projects in the empire. A mighty aqueduct. To carry water to the city, Roman engineers carve a route through 45 miles of countryside.
They tunneled through mountains. They bridged across valleys. They built these vast structures across huge amounts of space without dynamite, without any kind of modern tools. And yet they're so well built that 1,500 years after the end of civilization, those structures are still standing.
The aqueduct is powered by gravity. It needs to drop 1 foot every 300. Too steep, and the water will overflow. Too shallow, it'll run dry. Precision engineering. The secret to Roman construction. A revolutionary new building material. Easy to mold. It sets rock hard. Concrete.
People talk about the Bronze Age and the Iron Age. But in many ways, ever since the Romans, we've been living in the concrete age.
The key ingredient of Roman concrete is volcanic ash. And Rome is surrounded by 50 volcanoes. Today, 2/3 of mankind live in buildings made of concrete. aqueduct cost the equivalent of $8.75 billion, 10 times more than the Hoover Dam.
You have to imagine people coming into Rome, getting some of their first impressions about this center of empire from this massive engineering project. It was advertising Rome's power.
So everyone knows who built this wondrous monument. The emperor names it after himself. Aqua Claudia, the waters of Claudius. It takes 14 years to build. 400,000 blocks of stone. 6 million cubic feet of concrete. Rome's aqueducts will deliver 250 million gallons of water a day. Enough for 1,300 fountains, 900 baths, and 144 public toilets. Rome is the most advanced city in the world. Apartment blocks 6 stories high, each with up to 380 residents. Under the roads, a sewage system helps sweep away 55 tons of waste a day. There's a police force, a fire brigade, a postal service, 30 libraries, 3 theaters, and 80 temples. Rome, the world's first megacity. Today, for the first time in history, over half of us live in cities. Across the world, there are 21 cities with a population above 10 million. Based on the blueprint pioneered by Rome 2,000 years ago. But Rome is more than a city. It's an empire. It'll spread its civilization across Europe and beyond. And it will do it by conquest. '61 AD. An amphibious force 800 miles from Rome. Mankind spread civilization through conquest. The Romans are heading for Europe's northwest frontier. In command, General Suetonius Paulinus. Ruthless, determined, he's Rome's enforcer. Having crushed an uprising in North Africa, his orders are to do the same in Britain. For 20 years, Britons have waged a guerrilla war against Roman occupation. The first priority, a network of roads.
The Roman soldier was a versatile soldier. He wasn't just a fighting machine. He was an engineer, a road builder, a bridge builder. This meant that you could have rapid deployment of the Roman army.
The Roman road, 23 feet across, wide enough for an army to march 6 abreast. Roman roads connect Roman towns, and conquered people become citizens of the empire. Paris, London, Barcelona, laid out to the same design. Baths, temples, plazas, and an arena, home to one of Rome's most popular exports, the games.
Gladiatorial games were mass entertainment. It's the reality TV of the ancient world.
There are 400 arenas across the empire. The largest hold 50,000 people. Admission to the games is free. Everyone can enjoy the benefits of Roman civilization. Most gladiators are slaves, forced to fight. But others are free men, looking for fame and glory. Gladiator sweat is collected, bottled, and sold as an aphrodisiac.
A gladiator was like a rock star. They had fans. You can even see in their graffiti love notes from women to their favorite gladiators.
A top gladiator can earn the equivalent of $200,000 a fight. But most die before they turn 23. Rome is at the height of its power. Its empire dominates Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. A fifth of mankind is under Roman rule. But unknown to the Romans, on the other side of the world, there is another empire.